evening and welcome to tonight's edition of the Sports Desk. As usual, joining me in my studio is my co-host, Paul on the ball.
Good evening, Carl.
Good evening. And then in the studio we have some guests. Paul, I'll let you introduce.
Certainly, we have some young men here, some good-looking young men, but not available, unfortunately. They're here to talk about track and field. Twilight Invitational due on the 1st of June. We have introduce yourselves, as their position in the Twilight Association.
Willis Tadman, I'm the treasurer.
And Steve Augustine, chair.
So we have the chairman and the treasurer. So we have all the important people here.
That's right. That's right.
The money decider and the big boy.
Now, folks, this year, like Paul just said, on June 1st of June, first ever Grand Prix track and field event. I want to congratulate you guys on trying to make this happen. I know it's a lot of hard work. Now, you guys let us know what's going on and what's the progress so far. Anyone?
Well, June 1st is quickly approaching. We were here at least 1 or 2 times before.
Yeah.
Late last year, speaking about the Twilight, we had an official launching that went pretty well. At the time, we had both Kim Collins, former world champion, and Tahisha Scott Harrigan, also former world champion, here with us during our launching. As of recent, we've had some additions. I guess we'll speak about that a tad bit later on during the show. It's get up to be a really exciting track and field meet. We're hoping that the crowds come out in hundreds, if not thousands, and show their support, not just towards the meet itself, but the fact that we're going to have our local athletes out there competing against some of the regional's best right here on Tortola. It's going to be something good.
Well, as you talk about it, let's just jump into it. So, who are some of the people that we should be looking out for?
I'll pass it on to Willis. Let's speak good about it.
Well, of course, the biggest matchup that we will looking to have is Lavon and Taisha.
Laverne Jones from U.S.
Virgin Islands.
Taisha from
Harrigan from the British Virgin Islands. Of course, those two have been meeting for years, but on the international circuit, and we've always been trying to get them to compete in the Virgin Islands against each other. So we finally put it together, and it actually will happen. Along with those two, you also have, of course, Carrie King, which she will be in the 100. With those girls, you got Kim Collins and Dexter Lee from Jamaica, Joel Redhead from Grenada. So we actually have 12 different countries taking part, and we should have an exciting 4x1 where we have the Puerto Ricans, the Colombians, the Dominican Republic 4x1 team going up against our girls. So right now we are actually just about all the lanes are full, and we still have people calling to try to get into the meet.
Today, like I mentioned to you guys, I had some people from Canada interested in coming down. So, the cutoff date is gone already. Too bad. If you guys just tuned in with us, you're on JTV Live. We're right here in the studios. We have Willis Todman and Steve Augustine from the BVI Twilight Association. They're hosting the Invitational Grand Prix meet that's coming up on June 1st, which is next month.
It is a couple of weeks away.
Just right around the corner, guys. As Chucky just mentioned, or Willis just mentioned, it's 12 countries.
12 countries.
12 countries confirmed. From St. Kitts, Jamaica, Colombia, Dominican Republic, British Virgin Islands, some of the other places. Puerto Rico, yeah. Jamaica, yeah. We mentioned those.
Trinidad.
Barbados. So, for all of you track and field fans, if you're just tuning in, big competition coming up on June 1st. Paul?
I was wondering, Dexter Lee, how is he ranked in the men? I know he's been running quite well comparatively to Kim. I guess Kim is going to be our home. Is going to be a homeboy for this meet. Kim's going to be a homeboy for this meet. We don't want to see Dexter beat Kim, do we?
No, we don't. Definitely not. But Dexter, of course, he's one of the youngest one in the field. Yeah. He's still 20 years old, but considered world class at his age. And right now, I think he's coming here to give those guys a run for his money. Cause he confirmed basically, I think earlier today we confirmed him. And of course, all of them would love to jump on the old man Kim.
Yeah.
Of course, he loved to prove that he's still
Who are some of the other names that we could look forward to in 100 meters?
In the 100, you got Miguel Lopez.
That's from Puerto Rico?
Puerto Rico. You have Antonia Anderson from St. Kitts also, which I know him and Kim are actually going at it. Antoine Anderson.
That's a big guy, right?
Who, Antoine?
Yeah.
That's the big guy.
He really wants to take Kim close out. Yeah. Who do we have locally?
Locally, female, right? Of course, you have Karine King joining, Taisha in the 100, Ashley, Kelly, and Chantel in the 4, pretty much a 400. So those really are our 4 major girls that we have showcasing. But one of the things that we're also doing is we have the Leeward Island Invitational. So some of the best kids from the Caribbean, Carifta, is actually going to be joining us in that meet, where of course you'll have the matchup with a young lady who beat Nella Carifta last year, and actually going to come here and they're going to race each other in the 200. It's like going to be a pre-event before the event itself.
That should be a pretty good race because Nella ran 11:77.
Just yesterday?
Just 2 days, well, 2 days ago.
2 days ago.
Yeah, 2 days?
Yeah. 2 days ago.
Yeah. No, it's yesterday.
Yesterday.
Is it?
Yesterday.
Well, I guess I'm thinking tomorrow is Friday.
Yesterday.
Yeah.
Well, the matchup in the 100, I think Nella would beat her in the 100, but I think the matchup that they want to see is the 200.
Yeah.
I think that would probably be one of the better races of the event.
What about field events?
Field events, well, yes, we have, for example, the javelin, we have last year Carifta winner versus this year Carifta winner. The young lady from Dominica, she won this year, and of course, the young lady won last year. So they actually be going head to head.
Okay, that sounds good. So we have field events, no long jumps, no jumps at all.
Long jumps, there's basically the junior long jumps as well. Of course, we have 2 pretty good long jumpers here on the junior level who both been to Carifta, and so we have a few of them from outside also coming into.
So this is basically turned up to be a very exciting competition. We have juniors, we have seniors, and of course Grand Prix means you've been paid on the higher level for the seniors, not the juniors.
Yes, sir. And then for the seniors.
Yes, so for the seniors we have some payouts. Should be exciting. First time, like I said, in the British Virgin Islands. We're trying to promote track and field to the highest level, and this is just about where it goes from here. Who knows? I mean, one day hold an Olympic. If we could find a place for the people.
well, be a little more realistic for now. I mean, Steve, and the point that Carl made, I think, is a valid one in that once we host this tournament this year and we do a good job, next year we're going to have hell
trying to stop people.
Keep it filling out, I mean, getting people out of the lanes.
Yeah.
We're gonna. It's gonna start to be the fastest times getting in, isn't it?
Well, the aim certainly is to bring this one off as good as we possibly can. I think as far as the planning and everything like that goes, as far as physically getting the athletes here, that's been going pretty well. I said it before and I'll say it again. We're definitely asking for the people to come out and show their support on the day of the meet. Willie spoke about the juniors competing the very same night. So, you're going to get your money's worth. You're going to see athletes here in the BVI who would make it at a final anywhere in the world. And luckily for us, they're going to be here in the BVI. I won't say it's the first that we've had good athletes here, but it's going to be the largest number of good athletes here in the BVI at any one particular time, as far as track and field is concerned. So this is definitely off to a good start. It's intended to be something great the years to come. Who knows? Who knows who we'll see here next year?
And of course, places like Maria's, who recently expanded and now their capacity is a lot larger, will find that they're going to have their hotel rooms filled, and I mean, right now.
But not only that, it's a slow season, so it's better time to fill hotel rooms. It's
I think there's a lot of spin-offs from the track meet itself. I mean, you think about the meet, yes, you come, you pay, you have a good time. But there's obviously a need for taxi drivers. The people who are coming, they need to eat, food, they need to sleep. They're going to do some shopping. As a matter of fact, the level of people who are coming here, the caliber of people who are coming here, they don't travel alone. They come with their coach, and there's 1 or 2 people that usually tags along with them. They have their fans. They're going to once again generate the interest of people from around other Caribbean countries to come on over to the BVI. The airlines will be happy. We get some tax when they lose. So, I mean, the whole matter of it is that there's quite a bit that the Beaver has to benefit from it.
Sure.
If we don't, I mean, it's sad to say, I think we just have to take the responsibility for it, because here we have the opportune chance to really do something great. Put on a good track and field event, inspire the young kids to become something great in the future, enjoy a fun-filled family evening, do great as far as the economy of the country goes, as far as injecting some additional funds into the local economy. I mean, it's all there.
Well, my good buddy here, my main man, you're talking his language, because his favorite terminology he uses is sports tourism.
Sports tourism.
And this is what we're talking about here.
It definitely
at its best.
If you're talking about sports tourism, this is definitely it. I mean, this is definitely.
My only question is, Steve, is I mean, this is a couple of weeks away, and we haven't really been hearing much about it. But what's the situation in that area?
But as it is
advertising,
as it is right now, the high school meet is taking place. We felt an all fairness to the high school to let them do their thing. I'm pretty sure you will see, as soon as the high school meet is concluded, you will start to see the banners and everything go up thereafter. And I'll tell you this much. Yes, there hasn't been a banner up as yet, but I guarantee you, and I'll let Willis speak about it a bit, I mean, we've done the radio stations in St. Kitts. You know, we've been up there. As a matter of fact, the interest that we've been getting from our neighboring Caribbean islands, and you know, we've also have athletes here from the U.S.
Very good point. In fact, what you're basically saying is that you've done your homework outside, which is the most important, because that's what you want, people coming in.
Yes.
So the easy part now is really doing the homework inside.
Get more people
and incidentally, you guys are here live on television, so you start.
And in case they're wondering who will to look for, our TV show, our TV is actually showing some of the clips of Kim Collins, who's one of our favorites. I guess that's who we'll be back in.
Well, we want the fans to come out and to cheer for Kim.
One of the oldest runners right now.
Probably the oldest runner, but he's a homeboy for men. And you know, Kim has openly said that he'd love to compete for the Virgin Islands. That's another story, of course. But I mean, from that perspective alone, we've got to take him as a homeboy.
Now, for Dexter, if you could just give a brief on who Dexter is, because people still probably don't know who Dexter is. Chucky.
Well, Dexter is pretty much Carifta champion. One of Jamaica's best coming up in the ranking, and right now he's pretty much holding his own among even the top Jamaicans.
I actually saw Dexter Lee run in the, I'm pretty sure it was the Jamaica Open, what it was, the trials, or one of the events they had anyway. I saw him run, and at that time I was quite impressed with him. You know, I think his time was 10:0 or 10:1 somewhere.
10:05. He's also world junior champion, double world junior champion.
Yeah. But I remember, and it was a very good field, because in the field, I mean, he came 4th or 5th or something like that. But in the field was Usain Bolt, was Johan Blake, was, you know, you started to call the names. It was Asafa Powell. They were all in there, and there was this guy dipping with these guys on the line. And as you said, all these other guys ran sub 10 seconds, you know, and it was like 10:05. Well, you know, I have to do better next time. But hello, 10:05.
At his age.
But no, forget about his age. I spent 7 years in the UK, and in 7 years, I've never seen anyone run 10:05.
I don't see how you can do that with that kind of weather that you guys got over there.
but they are over there.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
You know? So 10:05 is not a. In other words, I mean, what's his name from the UK recently broke the national record with 9:90 something. The UK national record I'm talking about. All right, and the top runners this year are running 10:1, 10:2 in the UK champs. 10:1, 10:0, I think it's 10:1 So you know, there's Dexter Lee, 9:05 and coming 5th. Hello.
10:05.
10:05. Well, 9:05 would have been pretty good.
Yeah.
10:05 and coming 5th. We're talking about a pretty classy runner. And I would be very happy to see Kim Collins beat him.
Now, to you guys, surroundings, tracks, is everything in gear for this up-and-coming competition as far as officiating? Everybody's in place?
Well, we have our walking committees in place, and we've been meeting with them since we've had our formation. So I think that's moving along pretty well. As far as the track itself, I know the ministry is injecting some funds into the upkeep of it. At present, if you were to visit the field, you'll see there are some walks taking place, which is an improvement. We're happy for it, and it should make for a better experience while you're there at the track meet.
Now, if you guys are just tuning in, like I said, we're talking track and field. The numbers to call is on the screen, 541-6709, 541-6709. If you want to text us also, send us a text, any questions you have for the two gentlemen right here. We are talking about the competition that's coming up on the 1st of June, the BVI Invitational Twilight Invitational. A first Grand Prix meet right here in the British Virgin Islands to be hosted by these young gentlemen, up and coming. Also, we have two prizes that we want to give away. We're going to ask some questions pertaining to the same, some of the same athletes towards the competition. If you guys can answer them, this is a Mother's Day gift certificate from Starworks Beauty Salon and Barbershop. In case if you don't know who Starworks is, I'm going to give you a quick rundown on who Starworks is and where they're located. Starworks is a full-service salon and day spa in the heart of Rotown, offering you a place to escape, unwind, and experience the latest treatments and services in an atmosphere that combines modern luxury with distinguished charm.
Beauty Salon,
no matter what
Barbershop
services you choose, we thank you for giving us the pleasure of serving you. And they have just about everything. Hair care, massages,
full-service salon and day spa,
manicures, haircuts, spa treatments, everything that they cover.
Experience the latest treatments and services.
Okay, we have a
Take a trip to your place of inner harmony. Thoughts of the outside world will melt away from the moment you enter our
If you guys are trying to call us back,
and
like I said, numbers are on the screen, 541-6709. Send us a text, let us know what's going on. And we're going to ask you some questions after our break. We're going to ask you some questions pertaining to the Mother's Day gifts, gift certificates, and they're from Starworks. If you guys never been there, you'd have to.
But also, Carl, they can also take a certificate and hold it for the Twilight Invitational and get yourself done to come to the meet. So, there you go. Can we take this call?
Go ahead. Yes, you can.
Let's try again. Good evening, Sports Desk. Go ahead, please.
Yes, what is the time the program will be started on June 1st?
Time, guys?
The time, the field events will be started at 4 o'clock and the running events at 7.
So we're looking at 4 o'clock and 7 o'clock. 4 o'clock for the field events, which is the jumps, the throws, whatever, and the running event starts at 7 o'clock.
Thank you.
Okay, good. We were getting the feedback on your on your call.
Yeah, when you call us, please turn on your television sets. Yes, because we do.
So we're going to take a pause for a cause, are we?
We should be taking a pause for a cause coming up right now. And once we get back, guys, once again, we have 2 questions for you guys concerning the competition of some of the athletes. Once you answer them, we got 2 gift certificates from Starworks Beauty Salon and Barbershop. So stick and stay. We're going to take a break and we'll be right back with a word from our sponsors.
Sports Desk is sponsored by Lime, the better, faster 4G network.
Test drive a better 4G network. Prepaid customers pay as little as $1 a day with a Lime prepaid data pass. Plus, you can talk XL for $5 and get the next 25 free. And postpaid customers get Lime 4G data from as low as $8 per month. No contracts, no obligations. That's free talk all day and night. And the best 4G data prices. Lime has the best 4G value. Visit lime.com for more. Lime, value every moment.
Welcome back, guys. We have some sports updates for you. The last weekend we had the BVI Cricket Association with their cricket tournament up in the Greenland field. We have some statistics for you, Paul. You want to go ahead?
All right. There were 2 games played on the afternoon. The first game saw Virgin Gorda. They defeated, who did they defeat? I'll get it right. They defeated Virgin Gorda Cruise over Lucas United is the name of the team. They made 325 and a personal best and top score, highest I've heard in the region, 187 for Derrol Redhead, made 187. Chris Gale made 175. This guy scored 187. I think it's a smaller field, though. So 325. Included, he had 15 fours and 19 sixes. In reply, the Virgin Gorda could only post 247. In game 2, defending champions Cavaliers made 313. Top scorer was Dorian Auguste, and he scored 98. In return, the Police had a paltry, very poor 142 for 7. Neil Neil Niles made 27. You remember Neil?
Yes, of course.
Yes. Played with basketball, of course, and Kevin Carter, 28, who both have actually played for the national team. So those are the 2 games played. Last weekend, of course, games continue this weekend at the Greenland Field in East End.
Now, Paul, when you mentioned Redhead, I got a little scared there because I was wondering Redhead. That name sounds familiar.
Justice Redhead.
That's what I'm talking about. I got been doing a lot of damage. You've been doing a lot of damage lately, but there you have the scores, and there you do. You have the scores for cricket, and coming up this weekend again on Sunday. More cricket action for you at the Greenland Field. We don't have that lineup as yet.
I don't think I have the actually roster. I do for the 12th of the revised 10 o'clock. The Vikings versus the Vincy Cricket Club. The Vikings versus the Vincy team, St. Vincent. And then New Testament Church of God play at 2 o'clock. And they play against Virgin Gorda. They should be under some hot water there against Virgin Gorda. That should be interesting.
Okay.
So it's Vikings versus Vincy, game 1, 10 a.m., 2 p.m. It's New Testament Church of God versus Virgin Gorda. That's Sunday.
Now, guys, I also mentioned to you before we left that we have some questions, and I'd let my colleague ask you the questions pertaining for the gift certificates from the Starworks. So you guys just saw the commercial from Starworks. Like I said, they offer just about everything for your convenience.
Well, as you heard the chairman, well, the treasurer mentioned before, there are 2 top names competing, which is Kim Collins of St. Kitts Nevis, who competed at the World Championships, and Laverne Jones out of the U.S.
Get her last name too. She's married.
Laverne Jones. Ferret. Okay, well, we have to add that on now, Ferret, because we have Taisha Harrigan Scott. So now we have Laverne Jones Ferret. The girls get very itchy when you don't call that last name in. So Laverne Jones Ferret competed in the CSC games. Both of them won medals in both games. So we'd like you to tell us which medal they won, whether it was a gold, silver, or bronze for Kim Collins.
We're asking 2 questions.
Right. So
not 1 question with 2 answers.
No, so I'm asking what medal did Kim Collins win?
Good, that's the first one.
And what medal did Laverne Jones win?
So, guys, you have a choice whether you want to answer the second question or the first question. Our numbers to call, again, 541-6709. You cannot text this as this answer. You have to call. Do you have a call, Paul?
Well, it's a text. I was just reading it.
Okay. We have a text that's coming in. Paul is trying to understand.
Well, this has nothing to do with sports, unfortunately. This person wants a news item, something happening somewhere around the place.
Okay.
So, unfortunately, we can't answer that question, but thank you for sending the text. We will take sports-related questions. We have guys talking about track and field here. Twilight Invitational. Really excited about it. We hope that you're going to attend. And the guys remind us again when it's going to be, the date, the time, and all that sort of stuff.
June 1st, Irish Shirley Recreational Grounds. Event starts at 4. The field events, running events, will start just about 7. We're figuring it's going to be a 3-hour ordeal, give or take a little. Some pretty good matchups in the mix. As a matter of fact, all of the races, as far as the Twilight is concerned, are going to be good shows. Well,
to my knowledge, and for the umpteen years I've been around, I don't recall attending a meeting in the Virgin Islands where we have a quality of athletes in every single event. And this is basically what's going to be happening, isn't it? I mean, every event is going to be hot like fire.
Because I know you talk about Kim and Dexter Lee, but we're in the 100 is setting up right now. You blink, anybody can win that 100. I mean, you run it 10 minutes later and it could have a whole different outcome. That's how close most of those guys are right now who actually would be actually in the 100. Same thing with the female 100. You can't blink and down the track. It's something like we have never seen.
I was going to say that I've been following Tahisha's progress, and she's actually having a pretty decent year this year. She's running close to her personal best this year, which is a really good sign. And she's due to be coming down here in 2 weeks' time. That means that if Laverne, let's say, in my estimation, Laverne is going to have to watch her. Because let's face it, I mean, Laverne has been running the better times over the last year or so. So we have to call a spade a spade. But prior to that, Taisha was running better. Now Taisha is back in top form. I think it's going to be open court. We got to have the crowds out cheering for Taisha.
And again, guys, if you don't know who Laverne is, who we're talking about, Laverne is the U.S. Virgin Islands female champion in the 100 meters. She, like the question was just asked, she was ranked she in a CSC competition, and the question was,
well, where did she place?
What position did she place in the CSC competition? And for the winner for that one, we're giving away a spa pedicure from Starworks for the one with Laverne. And the winner for Kim Collins, we're giving a Swedish massage, half-hour Swedish massage. So once again, I'll let Paul ask the questions, and you have to call in to win these prizes, okay?
Right. Well, we're keeping it simple. I could ask what year as well, but I haven't done so. The questions for Kim Collins and for Laverne. Kim Collins won the World Championships, and Laverne Jones won the CAC Games. But they both competed at the highest level in track and field. What medals did they win at those two meets? At the World Champs for Kim and at the CSC Games for Laverne Jones?
Simple and sweet, guys. The numbers on the screen, 541-6709. 541-6709. If you want to text us also, like I say, you have to call in order to win the gift certificates. And they're for Mother's Day, or you can use them anytime you want.
Well, we're suggesting they use them for the Twilight Invitational.
We have a caller.
Good evening, sports. Let's go ahead, please.
The question is for Kim Collins, the bronze medal.
Kim's won the bronze medal. That is Carl.
The judges?
Incorrect.
Incorrect. Sorry, try again. Okay. Well, very well. An unhappy customer there, but she didn't quite get it right. We won't repeat what answer she gave, but it was the incorrect answer. Another caller coming in. Good evening, sports desk. Go ahead, please.
Hi, can you answer for a question?
Which question are you answering?
Laverne.
Laverne Jones took part in the CSC Games.
Yes.
What medal did she win?
Second.
Say again?
What medal did she win?
The second. Silver.
She won a silver medal. Is that correct, gentlemen?
Correct.
That is correct. Okay, so we will take your number, and we have it here. I'm going to call it on the screen. We can see it, and we will call you. We will call you back. Okay.
And congratulations! You just won yourself a spa pedicure at the Starworks. You know where the Starworks Beauty Salon is?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Well, you've just. I hope you're not working there.
No, I'm not.
You sure you're not working there?
I'm sure.
So where's the Starworks Beauty Salon?
It's next to my mom's job. I know it.
See.
Don't let him give it. Good job. Thank you for calling in.
Congratulations.
You can either use it for that, or you can use it for the final invitation.
Or you can give it to your mom if you're not a mom.
Okay.
Okay.
Right, congratulations. We'll call you back.
Okay.
All right. There you go. One down, one to go.
One go. So we've had, and by the way, that was 2006 for Laverne Jones. Laverne Jones.
Ferret. She won a silver medal in the CSC Games in 2006 in Cartagena.
So the one question we have left, this one did she win, by the way, Carl?
The spa pedicure. Right?
Spa pedicure?
Right.
That's the one that, did they have a choice, or did they?
No, the other one is a Swedish.
Okay, well, maybe she wanted the
so you have a
Swedish.
phone number for this
Maybe she
one?
preferred the Swedish. Okay, we have another caller couple. Maybe they want the Swedish.
Please.
Good evening, sports desk. Go ahead, please.
The question for Kim Collins, you won the silver.
Please, gentlemen. I'm sorry, that is incorrect. So you have to call back and try again. Okay, there you go.
Why does that sound like the same voice?
It was the same. It sounded like the same voice. Well, if you won one, you can't call back and win both. We just made that rule up. We just made that rule.
In case you guys, another call?
Well, how many answers can there be? Well, wait till we take the caller. Oh, we just missed the call. Okay. Okay. In the meantime, so guys, tell us a bit about Twilight again.
Okay.
Remind the folks what it's going to be, and give us some of the highlights that we can see for the event.
Well, again, Willie spoke a bit about the 12 countries that are going to be represented at the Twilight meet. Definitely, if you're a national of one of those countries, we invite you to come out, bring the family, show your support. The home crowd, we definitely want the home crowd to come out, bring your flags. Let's show that we are indeed a patriotic people, and give Tahisha, Chantel, and Ashley. There might be a few others in the mix, so let's show them 110%. Kareen King, 100% of our support.
Right, so we're asking these guys to come out. So Carl is going to, in a little while, after we take this call, Carl is going to tell us which countries that we are cheering. We want them all, but the ones in particular who are going to be coming out. Good evening, Sports Desk, go ahead.
Good evening. Kim Collins won the gold.
Kim,
You won the gold medal.
do you know what year that was? Do you know what year?
2011.
No, well, we didn't ask for the level, so you are a winner. But the year was 2003. So you're a winner. We'll call you back afterwards. We have your number.
Thank you.
Congratulations. It was the gold medal that you won. Thank you for calling. Right. So we've just given the guys here a quiz question. If they get it right, then they also get a spa. So that's what they're doing in the background here. So the question for the guys now, if they want to win their spa, let me tell you what you're going to win for the spa, by the way, guys. This is what they're going to get. It's from Starworks Beauty Salon, Barbershop and Spa, and you can get hair care, you can get a massage, you can have a perm and styles, classic manicures, get a basic haircut or a nice haircut, you can get hair coloring. I think I probably need a bit of hair coloring. What do you think, Steve? Weaving, you can get braids, well, I don't know, locks, you can get locks. Wow, you can get locks. Okay, cool. Makeup, artistry, eyebrows, spa, pedicure, nail extensions, facials, waxing. Carl, I think you could go for the wax.
That looks more than enough for you, Paul.
Yeah, they have, and they do all calls, by the way, and they do special packages.
No, that looks more than enough for you, Paul.
No, name for me the 12 countries, Carl. Come on.
Okay, guys, if you're just tuning in, we're talking about the BVI Invitational Twilight that's coming up June 1st. In case you don't know what it is, it's a Grand Prix meet, track and field, to the highest level, which is a paid meet. And we have countries from Jamaica. So all you Jamaicans, we're asking you to come out in numbers, wear your colors. You know you got your people out there. We have Dominican Republic, Santo Domingo, my Espanol people.
Bueno.
You guys, we have people coming in from there. And Colombia, if you're right there, we're right there too.
Yes.
My Latino people, we have Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico.
Yeah, we have St. Kitts and Nevis.
St. Kitts.
Trinidad.
Sugar City.
Oh yeah, Sugar City. Trinidad, you guys.
Chini to the bone. Chini to the bone.
Red and white.
Red and white. Chini.
Barbados. You know you're there.
Beige, you wear blue. You wear blue for beige.
Blue, yellow.
Yeah, you know it.
Antigua.
And Barbuda. I don't know the word. Don't even ask me.
We have the USVI, which is our next door neighbors. We have the USA. We have Grenada. So you can look at your greens.
What's his name again?
Ronnie.
Ronnie James
we have,
country.
St. Vincent is going to be there.
Well,
So.
there are loads of Vincentians here. They got a cricket team is playing on the weekend.
And
the whole
course,
cricket team come along.
Of course, we have the host country, the BVI. So all those countries to come out.
I'm disappointed. Can we have the whole country BVI? And the Virgin Islands. Thank you.
It's the Virgin Islands.
Virgin Islands.
Again, guys, Jamaica, Dominican Republic, Colombia, Puerto Rico, St. Kitts, Trinidad, Barbados, Antigua, USVI, USA, Grenada, and St. Vincent. Of course, the Virgin Islands.
And Cynthia will be selling flags. Hey.
So guys, we expect you to come up in your numbers. Like I said, come up in your colors. We want the full support. The meet is going to be a high intense meet competition, and every event it's closely matched. So there's no blowout in any event. It can like the guy said, if you wink, you missed it.
No blowout.
So please, it's a couple of weeks coming up. You're going to hear a lot more about this coming up. This guy said they're waiting for the high school meet. As a matter of fact, we needed to say something about it. You got it.
Well, when you finish, I got a text.
Okay, yeah.
I like this text.
About a high school meet that's coming that's going on right now. It was postponed today.
Yes.
Actually, it's going to be up and running on tomorrow at 11 o'clock. I was told.
Okay.
Okay, 10 a.m., 11 o'clock. Be there for 10 a.m., 11 o'clock it starts.
Good.
Yeah, so we can get it up and running. That's the end of the high school games right now. I think Fleming is in front.
Well, I thought Leicester was in front.
Okay.
House 1. All the way.
All the way.
Listen, House 2?
No high fives over there. Sorry. No high fives.
Doesn't know what I think.
House 1 rules over here. See?
Okay.
That's why you're wearing green, Carl.
You know what? Answer the text.
It says, this is from me, right? I was thanking this person. Obviously, they were really sending text from me. It says kudos to both of you young men. So it's really for me, and sort of throwing Carl in there a bit. And of course, to Sports Desk. Let's go.
That's what we call.
That was the call. Question for Steve Augustine. I'm interested to know if you have made contacts with Mario. We call him Superman. If so, can an invitation be sent out to him? I would love to see him running along with those stars who you're bringing. He is a local star to me.
Mario.
Mario.
Not your
Mario Todman?
Mario, they said Mario. Why you look so surprised? Why you looking so surprised? Speak to the camera. The young lady wants to know. Or the young man.
She said Mario. The only Mario that I can think of is Mario Todman.
I think that's
who would have ran back in our days. Those days have since passed.
Well, she loved to see Mario run. Come on, answer the question.
I will reach out to Mario Todman.
That's the correct answer. Good.
You know, one of the things I wanted to add, Paul, is the meet. We spoke about the level and all that, but one of the things that will likely happen on the day of the meet is that all our track records, not our national records, our track record, all comers records, they're all likely to fall. Okay.
Probably except for the long jump. The long jump is pretty good.
And the high jump.
It's held by Antigua, actually.
And the high jump. And the high jump is not local.
Who was the high jump, by the way? I remember.
The high jump is local.
It's you, is it, by chance? Congratulations. We're going to shake hands, producer.
Anyway, guys, we're going to take another break, and we come right back to wrap up with these guys. Paul, you want to announce our sponsors?
No, sure.
Did you put the number down for the folks who want to...
I have the numbers here.
Okay.
And we'll call them after. Thank you again for calling. And
thanks, Starworks.
We want to certainly want to thank Starworks, because they're going to call, apparently I understand they're getting a wax. Along with that, we want to thank Speedies for all those trips across the Virgin Gorda, and Lime for the telephone calls we're taking tonight, and of course, Woodland Wholesale, those lovely drinks.
And guys, with that word, we'll be right back.
Sports Desk is sponsored by Lime, the better, faster 4G network.
The new BlackBerry Z10 is the smarter phone. Get yours at Lime. Value every moment.
Welcome back again, guys. Like I said, I want to thank Starworks for the gift certificates. We had two sound like two beautiful young ladies. One,
they certainly did, and we didn't get their names, but we have their numbers. So when we after the show,
of course, as you guys saw, the commercial Starworks is located in the RG Hodge Plaza building, the pink building where traffic was. If you guys never been there before, go and check it out. Now, as we get into the closing of the meet, we just want to give these guys the opportunity to talk about the meet a little more and what to expect and whatever else you have to add.
Well, I guess we could speak a bit about...
There's a cover charge, of course.
Yeah, well, okay, we'll just start with that then. The entry fee to the meet is $10 across the board.
Okay.
You're guaranteed to get, you're paying $10 to come in, we're going to give you $20 worth of entertainment.
Wow.
So you're guaranteed to come off on top.
You're coming off on top.
Okay. I guess while I'm here, I'd just like to reiterate to the public, the goal of the BVI Twilight Association is to raise the profile of athletics in the BVI by giving all local, collegiate, home-based athletes a chance to perform to compete against the regional best in our homeland with the advantage of having a home crowd.
Sure.
We've heard a lot about the meet and what it will be and who you're going to see and all the greatness that goes along with it. But there's a cause behind of it. And I'll go back a bit, if I may.
Sure.
You know, Willis and I, and Rosalind Leonard, who acts as our secretary, we've been knocking heads as to, you know, how do we go about making a real contribution to athletics in the BVI for quite some time. We've done the donations with the medals and the trophies, and the list goes on and on and on. We felt that, you know, we needed to do something that had a greater impact on athletics, and we came about with the idea of putting on this meet. At the end of the day, the proceeds from the meet are intended to be reinjected into athletics at the BVI. We've had requests from different entities. I wouldn't want to call their name now, but you'll hear about that later on. So we're hoping on things such as equipment, gym equipment, training gears, the funding of our athletes who are trying to make it on a professional stage away abroad, offering some additional assistance to those folks, which is one of the major tasks that we have today as far as how do we go about encouraging. We've done a pretty good job as far as building athletics in the BVI. We've had the young kid become the victor at high school, go on to get a scholarship, goes on to college, but what happens thereafter? So hoping that through this meet we can offer some more assistance in that regard. There's a lot that needs to be done as far as BVI athletics in the BVI goes. I will commend the government, both governments. They've done a whole lot. We now have a rubberized track in the BVI after so many years of waiting for it. So that goes a long way. What we would like to do is complement that rubberized track with some additional training gears, equipment, and other things that will allow our kids to become better or to perform at their best ability. Okay, so
in other words, guys, the Twilight Invitational team have put their money where their mouth is, and they've put this track meet together, and we're asking you to put your money where your mouth is and come on down on the 1st of June and support Virgin Islands Athletics at its best. They've put in the investment, and by a simple $10, you can be part of the bigger picture in developing BVI athletes and the Virgin Islanders for the future to make it to the Olympics and beyond.
But before we go into the Willis, I just want to say, guys, if $10 sounds a lot to you, I just want to break it down a little bit to you. I mean, because today I heard on the radio that the charge for the high school meet was a big issue. I just want to reiterate, to get people down of this caliber is costly, and these guys and the young lady have taken on this adventure in order to do so. I mean, you don't know how hard it is behind the scenes trying to get a lot of this stuff done. So if they ask for a small donation of $10 across the board, whether it be adult or child, please give generously. As they just said, it's going back to the BVI Athletics Foundation, or the kids for trying to improve on the facilities and stuff that what we have. So don't think that it's a big price and you don't want to come up. So please support. Chucky.
Well, just basically want to thank some of the sponsors, starting with the Ministry of Education. I think right now those guys really came out and actually give us the push that we needed. Honey Westwood, Ocean Conversion, of course. You guys, JTV, are a big sponsor of ours as well. So those main four for right now are pretty much what help keeping us afloat.
And I mean, as you can see, 4 sponsors. If you guys still have some of that money and you want to generate some sponsorship into these guys, I know the hands are still open and they welcome any of it, because we need this assistance from you. It's hard, like I said, trying to promote something for a generation to come and you don't get any assistance. And I know it's hard times everybody complain about, but I still think we can find a little dollar here and there to put together in order to make this happen. So I know you guys are still accepting sponsorship.
And it will worth it. It's
worth it. Now, guys, as we come down to the end, once again, I'm going to mention the countries that's going to be here for you folks who just tuned in. We have Jamaicans, we have Santo Domingo, Colombia, Puerto Rico, St. Kitts and Nevis, Trinidad and Tobago, Barbados, Antigua and Barbuda, U.S. Virgin Islands, USA, Grenada, St. Vincent, and of course the host country, the BVI, Virgin Islands, sorry.
Yes.
Virgin Islands, the Virgin Islands. So guys, we're expecting a great turnout. Like Steve and Willis has said, we're expecting a great turnout. It's June 1st. You're going to be hearing a lot more of this coming up in the next coming weeks leading up to the competition. We want to encourage all of you guys to come out. I know Paul has something to say.
I have a question. I do. I want to know, is Daniel Bailey coming?
I'll tell you what, if this one comes off right, you'll get Daniel Bailey and much more in years to come.
Okay, good. Okay. That was just one. It wouldn't make it any less of a meet. Because, I mean, Kim can beat him. Hello. I'm still back in Kim.
So let me ask you, if these guys bring in Ben Johnson, would you want to come out to see who Ben Johnson is?
But I want to, Well, only if Kim is running. Because Kim is our local boy.
Kim he did pretty well a
He
few
did,
weeks
he
ago
did,
in
he did.
Jamaica. He won the, what
He
was
did.
that meet? He won the...
I read it. I just can't remember what it was. I know I read
Pretty
it.
fast.
Yeah, he did. He
It
was
doesn't
also
sound
one
good for a sports reporter to be making those kind of, so
X.
we'll pardon that one, Paul. But as we come to the close, guys, once again, we want to give you guys the props for trying to make something of this magnitude happen. I want to wish you guys the best of luck in your endeavors. Like I said, there's a lot more that you guys need to get done, and you're still looking sponsors if they can. How can they contact you guys if they want to?
And also give us a time as well.
Right.
We'll meet and everything at the same time.
You can always reach us at bvitwilightinvitational@gmail.com. You can ring me at, I'll put my number out there, 496-7529.
Okay, I got it now, just in case I didn't have it. I didn't have it before, no, I don't.
You can reach Coach Stadman at 496
6666.
6666.
His is easy to remember.
I guess, again, I'll reiterate, Rosalind Leonard, the secretary, she does a pretty good job with responding to emails. Again, it's bvitwilight invitational@gmail.com. And I'd just like to add, Willis spoke a bit about the sponsors, a short list of the sponsors. The list is a lot longer than that.
Yeah.
If there's there's one particular entity that I'd like to add to the few that he mentioned, and that's the BVI Olympic Committee.
Oh yeah, sure.
They came forward with a strong showing as far as sponsoring the meet. We're looking at putting together a program for the meet. Obviously, the sponsors are all going to be listed there. The list is pretty long and lengthy. We're not going to turn support away. So if you have an interest in seeing or realizing that the BVI Twilight Invitational will indeed become a success, and you want to come forward and offer some additional assistance to us, be it financial or in kind, as if you're offering a service or whatever it may be, again, you can reach me at 496-7529 or bvitwilightinvitational@gmail.com.
Right.
Well, I just want to say, I've been talking to the U.S. Virgin Islands, and we tried out there that, listen, we went with a Triple Crown, we went with a Governor's Cup, and now we're going with a human race.
We don't need the heart and I just want to close and reminding guys that we have Starworks Beauty Salon and Barbershop. And remind you guys, if you go down there, I think it's either going to be, is it Tuesday or Wednesday, Carl? Which one? Carl be down there getting a wax, so you can go and see he's a big star now. So, and we want to thank our folks for who called in. It's in the Hodge, the Carl,
RG Hodge Plaza,
second floor, which is where the
license department was.
Used to be. There you go. So in case you were the big pink building.
Now, guys, once again, like Paul said, we want to thank you guys for tuning in. The winners, we want to congratulate you guys again for the Twilight, the guys for the Twilight. We want to thank you guys for coming too. You can use us as we go along to try to make this happen, and we're always welcome.
Yeah, come on, come back again. Come back. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, because you have to give us an update on what's going on.
Definitely, come
on. And like Willis said, USVI, we got your number.
yeah, I like that. We beat you with expectation, we beat you really uptown, and we're gonna beat Laverne Joe. And
on that note, Paul, we're closing.
Hey, good sports today.
See you next week.
Sports Desk is sponsored by Lime, the better, faster 4G network.